Okay, let me ask you this. What if I told you that after decades of saving for retirement, the government forces you to start spending your nest egg, whether you need to or not? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what's happening with required minimum distributions, or RMDs. And honestly, this isn't just boring tax policy, it's a total mind game that reshapes how we think about retirement freedom. Let's break it down. So here's the setup. Once you hit 73, if you're lucky enough to have a traditional IRA or 401k, Uncle Sam says, no more hoarding. We're taking our cut. Suddenly, you're forced to withdraw money every year. But here's where it gets wild. You don't have to spend it. Reinvesting that RMD? Totally allowed. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch that most people overlook. Let me explain why this matters so much. First off, taxes. Oh boy. The moment you take that RMD, the government treats it like income. Which means not only are you paying federal taxes, but depending on where you live, state taxes too. And here's the kicker, that extra income could push you into a higher tax bracket. Suddenly, your Social Security checks might get taxed, or your Medicare premiums spike. I mean, how many retirees actually plan for that? Most assume their required withdrawal is just a formality, but it's a financial landmine if you're not careful. Now, let's talk about the myth of reinvesting to stay even. Yeah, you can take that RMD and dump it into a brokerage account, stocks, crypto, whatever. But here's the part advisors rarely emphasize. You can't put it back into a tax-advantaged account. So all that growth you're chasing? It's on a leash. Imagine working your whole life to build this financial fortress, only to have the gates open every year whether you want it or not. Frustrating, right? But wait, there's a silver lining. If you're clever, you can still play the system. Municipal bonds, for instance. The interest is tax-free federally, and sometimes state and local too. It's like finding a loophole in the matrix. Personally, I think this reveals something deeper. The whole retirement system is a balancing act between control and creativity. You're stuck with RMDs, but how you respond? That's where strategy shines. And here's a perspective shift. Why even reinvest at all? If you've got enough saved up, maybe RMDs are just a golden ticket to live your best life. Travel, philanthropy, splurging on that hobby you've always wanted, this money was meant to be used. Society often shames people for not saving enough, but the truth is, some retirees are stuck in a paradox. They saved too well. RMDs force the issue, which might actually be a good thing. After all, what's the point of building wealth if you're never allowed to enjoy it? Let me wrap this up with a thought. RMDs aren't just about money. They're a reminder that retirement isn't a static finish line. It's an evolving dance with risk, taxes, and lifestyle. And the bigger picture? This system was built for a world where people retired at 65 and died at 70. Now that we're living longer, healthier lives, the rules feel outdated. So next time you hear about RMDs, don't just nod along. Ask yourself, who benefits from these rules, and how can you rewrite your own playbook?